Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Eddie Marcus here again, spokesman and advocate of basic human rights for all people. Got a message I'd like to share with you, the American people, and people everywhere, people who call themselves with and one of the human race. We've had, over the past several days, some discussions about different events. And so as the time has passed, as you have focused on these things that you hear, those things that are that concerns you, you kind of give it a little bit of attention, but maybe a little bit more than normal. And so I do the same thing. One of the things we were talking about, especially when you talk about government, and you say that it is expected that individuals that are in government, especially where you take oaths, that they would yield to the public a certain amount of decency and ethnicity in the things and the way they do things. And they just expect that to be automatic. But they left the door open. They closed all the other doors, but they left that door open for what reason? So that people could exemplify that they don't do these things? Or so if someone finds a need, necessity for doing it, they can do it, and the door is open, so they can do it. Might be. Well, trust in government is essential. But for safety, be just. For little advantage for some will end up as abuse for others. That's guaranteed. Unless basic human rights are shared by everyone, abuse is already in play. My question is, how long are some men or people gonna allow other men or people to abuse them when heavenliness and the beauty of joy requires that you don't allow that to exist? Complaining. I've been hearing complaints over 70 years. I've even heard of bandages that have been employed. And out of all of that, some of the worst things that I've experienced in my life exist right now with Trump. So all of what I've been living through, all of the complaints, all of the efforts that have been made to resolve the problems that we have today found us at our weakest moment. Somebody say, let's go back and make America great again, when America was a nothing but a monster to slaves and to the natives. They want to go back to that. Somebody should say enough is enough. I ask you, ladies and gentlemen, who amongst the American people, Republican and Democrat and others, including the religious orders, who amongst them are resisting the current social economic system in support of justice? Who amongst the Republicans and Democrats and religious orders and everybody else in between, all of us, who amongst us are standing up giving true representation for social and economic justice for all? Good question, isn't it? Who amongst these people are offering and have a plan or a proposal for a career of choice for every American? Who has a plan? Amongst these people, Republicans, Democrats, and everybody else, church folk, who got a plan right now? I'm not talking about let's get together and talk about it. How many years we've been here? Over 200 years. Who got a plan that says we can put everybody to work? You don't? Who got a plan? Already ready to show it to America. Not we're going to get together. Are we going to figure it out? Are we going to do it? No, got a plan right now to show that every American will have food, clothing, and shelter. Can guarantee it with a plan right now. Republican, Trump, maggots, Democrats, in between church. Got a plan, a proposal right now. Set it up right now, got it together. Comprehensive education and health care from the womb to the tomb for every American citizen. A Republican, a Democrat, religious order, others. Who amongst you? You come with the computer and the light bulbs and go into space. Who amongst you got a plan for peace? Who amongst you got a plan for prosperity for every citizen? Who amongst you got a plan for joy and happiness for every American? Who? Republican? Stand up. Democrat? Stand up. Church? Stand up. Let it be known. So what is it, my friends? Since nobody can produce that. None of you in America, I just asked you, nobody stood up. What is it that the American people want? It appears they do not know. They've accepted everything at one time or another except basic human rights for all. They must all be controlled by an invisible power, not of flesh, not of blood, but a power in high spiritual places. Does that suggest that Satan must be their ruler, deceiving the entire human race? For none of them claim Satan, yet they are identified as satanic by the results of their labor. The United States Constitution. What is it? It is a document of control. It is a tool, another tool of man, totally committed to it. Is paramount to disregarding the law of life. Everything being done in America right now, supposedly after all of these years, is connected one way or another, good or bad, to the Constitution of the United States. 200 years. Pain and suffering, lying and cheating, have got and have not, superiority, straight out of the pit of hell, running this country. And those who have stood for it have been murdered, stood against it have been murdered. The rest of the people talking about they connected to some power that is so superior, and yet this pain and suffering is not worth you giving your life for it. You'll die for money. You'll fight somebody else's battle for money. You'll kill for money. You'll even die for money. But you won't stand up for life because it doesn't require money. You become life. Beautiful life. That's why I tell you, ladies and gentlemen, we have to be careful sometimes. I was thinking about what I was going to entitle this particular presentation. Several things crossed my mind. One perhaps was disregarding the law of life. That was a consideration. Another consideration was why people are called evil. Another consideration, why is it said influenced by evil? And the last, enough is enough. Well, for some strange reason, that's the subject. Enough is enough. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you so very much for giving me this your time. I hope and pray that I've said something that has enlightened you, even if you only saw a few minutes of it. The effort is for you to always remember that you are not alone. Whatever your predicament is, whatever your sorrow, whatever your pain, there are those out there that's trying everything they possibly can to wake up those who are asleep so that they can see where they're at and see a place to go. And by doing that, able to get busy. For love is beautiful and it's waiting on every last one of us. Till next time, goodbye.